I didn't know I had uncovered a way for you to live your best life, a better way to live. I didn't know I had done that because I had to live it first and I had to uncover it. I had to discover it. We all come into the world to discover something about ourselves. We don't always know what that will be. And I certainly didn't know for the years that I was receiving information from my guides from Wilhelm from for 36 years. I didn't know what it was going to turn into. I thought it was just something for me. I needed help, just like we all do. I wanted to understand myself. I wanted to understand my life. I wanted to work through the difficulties I was having, many, many of them, not recognizing all along the way the information that I was receiving was turning into a philosophy, a blueprint for us to live better lives, for us to create a better world. All of that because it happens in our consciousness. And then we start to understand that there are different ways to understand and get to our consciousness or uncover it. And we know things like neuro-linguistic programming, cognitive behavior training. We understand neuroscience. All of those things we've discovered over time. But something else started to happen for me. And that was I discovered there's an energetic organization to everything as well, meaning that you were born with something within you that was meant to be activated at a particular time. And if you were to do that, you start to love yourself, you start to know who you are, you live the life you wanted to have, and you prosper. And then you contribute to the world because now you've discovered something new that only came through you. That's what each of us is meant to do. It's just that it's going to be quite different. I resisted doing this for the longest time. I didn't even want to sit and do automatic writing, but I was at a place in my life in 1989 where I needed some help. And I was given a suggestion to try this. And then I started saving every single message I received for 36 years now. And then to discover that it turned into a philosophy that can guide any person to who they're meant to be. And then it works because it heals you, causes you to heal because you come into alignment. That's what I found, the energetic alignment, because we're all energy in this world. That's all that we are. And so when we understand that and can use it in a different way, then we uncover who we are. And then it was something that happened in our world recently, in the last 5 years, that we saw a big shift happening and everyone's talking about that. But Wilhelm says, well, yeah, that's perfect because now you can become who you're meant to be. If you just move through all the old stuff, if you just move through everything that held you back, that told you you weren't enough, that told you you couldn't accomplish something, and then you start to understand that you inherited that. There was some belief that you picked up, but now we have a system to get rid of it because I had to write it down every single day. And that's how I discovered that I was healing. That's how the mind body healing came about. That's why so many things came about. And then it was not just for me because I said it must be for everyone else. I couldn't have just been given this, and it wasn't. In 2021, when I put people into a program using this work, they transformed so quickly. Kind of frightened me a bit because I didn't know how that was happening. It was surprising. I knew what I had been through because I'd been through everything. I'd been through every difficulty, every challenge, every horrible thing that one might imagine, including illnesses and diseases and all of that. And now they're gone. And I'll be 75 in a couple of months. How did that happen? When we understand that our brains are so powerful, that our minds are so powerful, and you have a mind that can take you anywhere. You just needed a way to understand that. And so I spent my life uncovering that way and proving that it works. And that's why it works for you. It work for anyone because it doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, how long you've been around. There's still more you can do because I'm still going to do more, which is why I'm talking about this today and why I wrote an article that I'd love for you to see so you can see a little bit of what I discovered. Because there is organization in our world, energetic throughout our galaxies, the universe, and all of that. But the most important thing is for you to find your authentic place, because that's why you were born. And this work gets you there. Because, see, it just asks questions. And the questions are, why are you limiting yourself? Why are you holding yourself back? Why won't you let go of that old idea you have? All of those things. That's what happens. And then it comes about that you appreciate yourself. You start to love yourself. And as you look at the site today, any advice for today, you'll see a string of messages that were given in an order that we can understand because that's what happens. We start to understand there's cycles that happen in our lives and also in our world. And we're moving through a big dynamic one now, but it's also the greatest opportunity we have because it's causing you to want to know who you are, to become empowered and to self-actualize. And that's why my life led me to create a new way to live, and now it's available for anyone. Please check it out because it's going to change your life and take you to everything that you want. See you soon.